Welcome to the J&L Sports Show. This is episode 7. It is Tuesday, September 29th, 8:54 p.m. This is Noah speaking here, and to my left,
Josh.
and to Josh's left,
Luke.
Yeah, we got a little
Right,
bit
we
different of a
switched up the
seating
setup,
arrangement.
We didn't want to move the table.
Yeah, no.
So instead I just sat next to Luke.
used to be into the right, but
So
okay.
today we're going to go over a bit of the NBA, the ending of the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, and a little bit of the Finals preview. MLB Playoffs just started today, so we'll be going over that. We'll touch on the ending of the Stanley Cup Finals, and we'll also go over a recap of Week 3 as well as predictions for Week 4 in the NFL. But first, big news coming out of Tennessee today. Some positive COVID tests.
And this is the first one among players in the NFL so far during season. We've had some before season. Very early on, Von Miller got it. A couple other players got it.
But 8 positives at the same time.
8 positives at the same time is scary.
So far.
But again, personnel have been getting it like crazy anyway.
Yeah.
Like usually, there's been very rarely where it's been completely zero in the NFL, except for Week 1, I think.
Yeah.
But 2 and 3, I think at least 6 have got it among personnel.
Yeah.
So I think that's likely.
A good sign is that none of the Vikings players or personnel tested.
Not yet.
As of right now, because
Well,
sometimes there's. I mean, yes, you can have like a false positive. There could also be a false
Yeah,
negative.
there can be. It's
I
going
guess
to be
it's true.
tricky how they decide to work it out. The Titans, of course, play the Steelers this week.
Yeah.
They haven't released the names of who got them yet,
Yeah.
so I think that'll be. My guess is going to be it's probably going to be some like fourth string players, because I think starters on teams realize the responsibility they have to go to work, go home, stay home. I think because they're working for something.
Well,
but
yeah,
you can't tell
but-
a fourth stringer who's like, yeah, your team depends on you not going out and partying. And he's like, well, I just got my first fucking $1 million in my life.
Yeah.
I'm not playing ever.
Just because the risk is higher for them doesn't necessarily.
I'm not saying it is them, but I'm saying first assumption. I was
Yeah.
like, it's got to be one of those. But you're right. It could be anybody. I'm hoping it's not a star player. It shouldn't be anybody. Obviously, I'm hoping
Yeah.
that. But
yeah.
it is somebody, and I'm hoping it's not a star player, and I'm hoping it doesn't affect too much of this week.
And they're trying to play the Steelers-Titans game this week, possibly pushing it to Monday night.
Yeah.
So we could
yeah,
have
I saw
another
that.
Monday night doubleheader.
I mean, I hope they do that just because if they don't, like, it works out in the Steelers' schedule that they could move our bye week to week 4, and then
Yeah.
we just wouldn't have a bye week, and
Yeah,
then we
you'd
have week
play them
7
week
or
7, I
yeah.
think.
So it would be tough having your bye week 4 of a 17-week season, but
yeah, but if it can save the season.
yeah, no, I
It's
mean,
worth
yeah,
it.
if nothing, if like everyone else's schedules other than like the Ravens would also have to
It's going to be
Move their
tough,
bye
but
week
I think also me and Luke were talking about this earlier.
or back rather.
And Luke made the point that if no one else tests positive, and it really is just these 3 players, it's a good look.
Yeah.
Because then, okay, by playing football, you're not getting COVID. Or
Right.
you can't. There is that risk, obviously, but you have that risk going to the store. You know what I mean? Obviously,
Yeah.
it's a little bit greater with the numbers, but if 3 people got it, they played an entire game on Sunday. None of the other teammates got it or anything. That's a good sign.
Yeah, it shows that it's not like an immediate, like if you play football with someone that has COVID, that you just everyone immediately gets
Like if
it.
you
It's
take
not
the
a
right
certain
precautions,
day.
like you could
Yeah.
wash your hand, sanitize every time you're on the sideline or something. I know they have those stations, but I think it's a good sign if only 3 of them come down with it.
Yeah. And it's also a possibility that someone contracted it after the game too.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. I think because they get tested Saturday. They have to have rapid testing.
The positives was from Monday's testing. I think.
So yeah, see, it's very possible that they got it after, but I don't know if it
Well,
shows up on a
did
test
they-
a day after, does it?
Do they
Within 12
practice
hours?
after game, like right after game days?
I would doubt it. I don't think they. If
No.
you don't practice on. I mean,
It depends.
I doubt-
I
I
think
doubt
it
it.
depends on how the team does. Like a
Yeah.
coach
Yeah.
could be like, all right, you guys are in practice, and
they
Titans
pro-
are
they might-
3-0, so
they
it is
probably
possible
do
that
like film stuff. Maybe. That's
Yeah.
really
what
the
they do.
thing.
They probably do that on Zoom anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
now,
that's
so-
true.
Another story is Earl Thomas does not look to be finding a team anytime soon. Not COVID related, it was reported. He flew down to Houston. They postponed his workout, and then they told him to kick rocks, and that they didn't think he fit in with the schedule. It was Houston, correct?
Yeah.
The Texans. So the Texans are 0-3.
Yep.
So what the fuck did Earl Thomas do from his 2 days into Houston
We'll find out eventually.
Yeah.
to where they were like, you know what, he's done? Because
So he had to have done something.
Their offense or their defense got torn up by Pat Mahomes in the first game.
Yeah.
You're clearly lacking in the secondary. Earl Thomas had to have said something, done something stupid.
Yeah.
I can't when I read that, I was like, how do you even... What did he do?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we'll find out.
Is Earl Thomas the defensive Antonio Brown? This is how his career is going to go from here on out?
It very well could be. He
Possibly.
had the incident with his brother
brother there.
Alleged, yeah.
Yeah, the alleged incident. He had the incident, so he had the off-season like drama piece,
Yep.
and then
Fought a teammate.
Yep. Gets released.
Gets released. Goes down
Almost
to Houston.
signs. Yeah.
He
almost
didn't even get
signs.
to work out, which is the crazy part. They just
Yeah.
postponed it, and then we're like, nah.
I think
We're
I don't even
good.
think they postponed it. I think
No, it said after postponing. So
Oh.
so they postponed it. I think it was supposed to be this week, and then they postponed it to next week. And then my guess would be Earl Thomas might have been like, well, I've been down here for 2 fucking days already.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, you're right. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the
Go
only,
home.
the only major difference between Antonio Brown and Earl Thomas right now is that Antonio Brown was traded technically
Yeah.
twice when he got traded
Yeah.
to the Bills, and he was like, "Nah, that's not happening."
Raiders. Oh, was he
What?
traded to the... What? You said he was traded to the Bills?
At first, he was.
Was he really?
Yeah, it was like an agreed thing, and I was like, "Let's go," because you're supposed to like it was rumored to be like a first round
Oh,
thing, and then a
yeah,
couple
yeah, and he
hours
said
later, he
no.
was like, "Absolutely not."
Yeah. So then
So
he
then-
got traded to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Weird that he picked the Raiders.
Yeah, no.
Though, like,
Looking back on it, like
well, I
the-
mean,
the Bills,
his
the Bills were a
intention had
young
to be
team then.
his intention had to be to get released anyway.
I don't
thought,
know.
but then he got dumb after,
was,
too.
He was super.
Yeah, I don't know.
He seemed super enthusiastic about being in Oakland when. I mean, he was absolutely insane that entire year. But like,
Yeah.
he seemed like he was happy to be there, and that drastically changed.
Just wear the fucking socks that you're told to wear when going in.
Yeah.
Like, what? That was the like. That was top tier Antonio Brown for me. When he was just, they were like, yeah, no, you have to wear these special socks so you don't get frostbite on your feet, and he was like, what?
I'm different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm 100% built different.
Like it's fucking socks. Bro.
Let's move on to the disappointment that is year in and year out the Boston Celtics.
3 out of the last 4 years, we've made the Eastern Conference Finals, and 3 out of 3 of those conference finals, we have lost. I don't know. We just can't. We can't close games. I don't know why. We're bad. We make terrible decisions. We start going to one-on-one basketball instead of team basketball. We're shooting 5 seconds into the shot clock. Contested threes. We're just chucking them up, even though we've been missing them all game. Stupid turnovers that aren't forced by the defense. Just dumb mistakes. It's
I think we had 19 in game 4, right?
game 5. No, yeah.
I know we
Yeah,
had
game
19
one of those
turnovers at
games.
one
Game
point.
4.
One of
Game
those
4 we
games.
lost by 3 and had 19 turnovers. And then game 5 we shot 25% in the first quarter. Was not looking good. Was looking like an elimination right there, but they managed to score 70 points in the second half, get the win, and force a game 6, survive another day, and then just delayed the inevitable.
Yeah.
Disappointment. So we got Lakers versus Heat in the NBA Finals. Game 1 is tomorrow on Wednesday, September 30th. LeBron facing his former team.
What a story.
It should be an interesting
Yeah.
series.
I mean, the
Seems-
NBA
seems
is
pretty nice.
just like WWE, to be honest. I think they run the same format too.
I don't know. I mean, I think it'll be a good series for sure.
I think the Lakers are probably going to win it in 5 at most.
No, I don't think so.
I will say, even though being a Celtics fan, it was hard to get mad while watching Tyler Hero birth his career. It seemed like he's an incredible kid.
Oh yeah,
He's a fucking stud, and
you see, he I think he tweeted back at Paul
Paul
Pierce.
Pierce.
He's like, I think I just averaged 20 in an Eastern Conference Finals.
yeah, that's referring to Paul Pierce said, "I'll never call
Anyone
a Tyler Hero bucket until he averages
I don't
20
call
points."
anybody bucket unless you average 20 points per game.
And that was his response.
I,
But
think,
he,
I think someone found that Paul Pierce's career average was like 19.7
oh,
or something like that
oh,
too.
Paul Pierce. Huge fan of him growing up.
Yeah,
He has
He's a terrible analyst.
constantly shot himself in the foot every day.
super biased for sure.
Oh yeah, he hates LeBron.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely hates LeBron.
Bro, I saw a clip on Instagram today. It was the night of Paul Pierce's like retirement ceremony, and the Celtics happened to be playing.
Oh yeah,
against
and the Lakers
LeBron and the
put
Cavs.
and LeBron just
And
put dagger after dagger in.
We got I think we lost by like 30 something.
Yeah, it was a tough night.
It was a tough
And
night.
he looked very angry in the crowd.
Yep. LeBron fucking ruined his career in Boston and then ruined his retirement night.
Yeah, tough go for Paul Pierce, but he is a terrible analyst. But again,
Yeah.
Tyler Hero made a fan out of me for sure. Him being our age, doing what he's doing on grown men, it's
absolutely
insane to me.
insane.
I mean,
Yeah,
he looked incredible that one night. We talked about it on our last episode, and then even the game after, he was hitting assists because he knew that they were covering him. You know what I mean? Like he's very smart. He's intelligent. Him being our age is very impressive, and I hope he does well against them in the
He's
finals.
a great shooter, and he's definitely progressed with ball handling, running point. Definitely has a bright future for sure. I think he'll have another really good series in the finals. Also, another Andre Iguodala, who's I don't know how old he is, but he's been in the league for a while. He's now in his 6th straight finals. He went 5 in a row with the Warriors. He won Finals MVP in 2015, I believe, and he randomly went off in Game 6 after not doing anything in the first 4 games.
I'm not gonna discredit the guy at all. I'm not going to. Because he is
Not at
he is
all.
an NBA basketball player.
Yeah.
And he did go off in Game 6
Yeah.
and basically carry his team to a. Well, he didn't carry, but he
Carried,
basically.
but he-
Noah says he's carried. But as impressive as it is to be there, he was with the Warriors, and he was not top 4 in the Warriors. Or top 3. Or
not
because there
in
was
the later years.
Steph,
I think
KD.
in the first year or two that they made it, he was.
How many?
'cause he
How
won
many?
Finals MVP
Yeah.
in 2015.
Yeah, I know that he did well in 2015, and we haven't seen him do what he did in Game 6
Well, I mean-
since 2015.
When you have Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and
Yeah,
Kevin
yeah.
Durant on the team,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to
It's-
discredit him for
yeah.
going to that many finals, but he did have an absolute fucking all-star team.
yeah, he did have help, but
Yeah.
you know, yeah, and LeBron is now in his finals with his 3 different teams
Yep,
now.
3 different teams.
Cavs, Heat, and now the Lakers. Danny Green also with 3 different teams. I believe he was on the Spurs, I want to say, and then he was on the Raptors last year in their championship run, and now on the Lakers. Also, one more thing, Dion Waiters, who got traded from Miami to LA mid-season. Or no, he didn't get traded. I think he got released by Miami, and LA picked him up before the bubble. He's eligible for a ring. No matter who
yeah,
wins.
he played it.
That's crazy.
Because
Wow.
he played in Miami at the beginning of the season. Now
He's
in
set.
LA.
Doesn't even
Yeah,
matter.
that's great.
It would be at the discretion of Miami,
Yeah,
if they
They're
win.
gonna they'll give it to
but
him.
they'll probably
Yeah.
give it to him.
Yeah.
Be like, nah.
that's insane.
crazy.
That's great to think about. That he's in a
Does-
spot right now. I'm sure he'd
Does not
obviously
matter
want
at
to
all
win.
what he does.
I'm sure he'd
will
rather
get-
have a
obviously
Lakers
rather-
ring.
yeah,
he'd rather
yeah.
win
But
with
it
his
is
own
it
team,
is
but
great that he's doing that. So game 1 for the NBA Finals is going to be on Wednesday.
It's tomorrow,
Tomorrow,
September 30th, I believe at 8:30. Could be wrong.
I think the Lakers
know.
absolutely fucking dominate.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think the Heat have a very good defense, especially
Yeah,
Bam
but you also
Adebayo.
said the Nuggets were going to take him to fucking. You said that they were going to give him a run, and they just almost steamrolled them.
Not necessarily. I mean, they
I
play
have
close
Lakers in
games.
6.
In 6, I think they're gonna
Lakers
get
and
five.
Lakers in 6.
I'm rooting for the Heat, but I don't think there's a chance that the Lakers lose this series.
That's what I'm feeling. I would prefer if the Heat won.
Yeah.
Very much so. But
I'm gonna be bold and I'm gonna say the Heat. I'm picking the Heat.
Yeah, we get it. You
6
hate
or 7.
LeBron and you hate the Lakers.
No.
Understandable.
No.
But we're giving an unbiased
yeah,
opinion. You
but-
don't think LeBron is going to win this finals?
LeBron has had one game this postseason where he actually started playing clutch.
This is the goddamn finals, though.
it's LeBron James.
Yeah, he's going to do
It's also,
something.
it was also the Western Conference Finals and then other playoff rounds.
Yeah.
Granted, he is getting
He doesn't
assists.
have, but he has never mind. Okay, ignore LeBron, because LeBron has had bad games and the Lakers still win. AD is fucking disgusting. He now has this 3-point shot that he's almost fucking guarantee.
I don't think they've played an all-around team like the Heat yet, though. They played Portland, which is Damian Lillard, basically. That's really it. And then they played the Rockets, which is small ball versus everybody fucking 7 feet tall. So they just dominated on the boards, and that's basically just Harden. Because Westbrook, we all know, he's overrated.
He's Westbrook. Yeah.
Yeah, but
And then
he had to play playoff B.
LeBron did not play playoff B.
LeBron did not play playoff
Because-
B. He's lucky he didn't have to play playoff
Come
B.
on.
I just
and then-
think there's no shot for the Heat. I mean, I really hope they do.
I think
Butler
listen,
deserves it.
I'm not
but
saying that it's definite the Heat, but I wouldn't say no shot for the Heat. I think that's discrediting what they've been able to do.
Guess we'll see.
I guess we will.
Find out.
From the finals from one sport to a starting of a playoffs in another, the MLB playoffs have started today. Do we have any scores officially on anything that's happened today?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go over like the general, like at least wild card round, just because. I mean, 4 games took place today, but by the time you guys are hearing this, they'll probably be all of them most likely be over by that point, maybe during the last game. But AL wildcard games today on Tuesday, September 29th. The number 1 seed Rays versus the number 8 seed Blue Jays, and then Yankees with a 5th seed.
Speaking of the Yankees versus the Indians, Shane Bieber, who's one of the top pitchers in the league this year, I think he had the pitching triple crown, right?
Yeah.
Gave up 7 runs in 4.2 innings.
Yikes.
Oh, okay. That's
Can
tough.
I change my pick already?
Yeah, no, you can't.
Well, I think you picked the Yankees anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all picked the Yankees.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Anyway,
I was
resume.
scared for a second.
And then these games already occurred, but Astros faced the Twins. Astros won game 1, 4-1. Greinke had a relatively solid pitching performance, but Framber Valdez coming out of the bullpen pitched 5 innings of scoreless baseball. And Sergio Romo gave up 3 earned runs, walked a dude with the bases loaded when the game was tied.
That's tough.
And Michael Brantley had a 2 RBI double. Astros won 6-3. And the fact, like, this first round is only 3-game series, so winning the first game is a pretty big deal because you gotta win 2 straight after that. And then another game that also happened, Athletics versus the White Sox. Athletics ended up being the 2 seed this year. It's crazy.
Love to see that.
They ended up being the 2 seed. The White Sox won game 1 though. They won 4-1 as well. Lucas Giolito was throwing a perfect game into like the 6th inning or something
I saw
like that.
a notification for that.
Yeah, he was
Nuts.
pitching absolutely insane. He pitched 7 innings, did end up giving up a run, but struck out 8. Only gave up 2 hits over the 7 innings.
Nice.
And Jesus Luzardo, the pitcher for the Athletics, who's been pretty good this entire season, gave up 3 earned runs over 3 1/3. He gave up 2 home runs. So kind of just was White Sox the entire way through. Jose Abreu with one of those home runs. He had a 2-run home run. So White Sox won game 1. So I think what did you say the Yankees and the Indians were at? The score wise?
I got a notification 10 minutes ago that Shane Bieber had given up 7 runs through 4 2/3 innings.
So I'm guessing it's quite a lot.
So it's probably
not enough.
Probably not a close game right now.
Yeah. So let's say
I will check.
safe to say. Yeah, Yankees are winning 7-2 in the bottom of the 6th.
Well, you hate to see that. We did all pick the Yankees to win this round.
Not an
though.
impossible comeback.
Yeah. And the what's it called? Rays also won game 1. They won 3-1.
And we all picked the Rays to
Yeah.
win.
I mean,
Nice.
it's the Rays versus the Blue Jays.
So let's
Yeah.
run through our predictions for this at least.
Yeah, we'll start with the AL.
So I picked Rays. We
Yeah.
all picked Rays. We all picked Yankees. Me and Noah picked the Astros. Luke,
Picking the Twins.
you went with the Twins.
Yeah.
Which
Bold
is tough
move. Yeah.
after the stat line that came out today.
I
Yeah.
mean,
17 straight playoff
I
losses.
made
That is tough.
I
That
made
just means they're due
these
for
pick-
one, though.
I made these picks before today's game.
Yeah, but if they lose one more, then they're out, and that'd be 18 straight.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's
it's
tough.
a 3-game series.
Is a fact. I just figured that the Astros, with their lack of like all their, Framber Valdez randomly was really good today, but the fact that Greinke is really like, they have colors, but like as far as like actual rotation compared to previous year's teams is not when you don't have Justin Verlander or Garrett Cole that you had last year.
We
Kinda your one
all
and
picked
two.
the White Sox, all picked the Dodgers, all picked the Padres, all picked the Cubs, and I
Cannot believe you picked
the
the
Reds
Reds.
over the Braves
That's crazy.
for the sole fact that me and Luke were talking about this earlier, and Luke said that he thinks the Braves might go all the way,
Yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, well, they're gonna get eliminated in the first round.
They're
Just
not-
based on
So
that,
you just picked it, just in spite of
just
Luke.
not even in
of
spite
me.
of Luke, just to back up my comment that I'm 100% think that they're going to lose after the first round. Just because if I'm going to say something like that bold, I'm going to
You're
show
gonna
it,
you're
and
gonna
I'm
go
going to
with
pick
it?
them. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Have they played?
It's completely in spite. No, that the NL games start tomorrow.
Yeah, good. See?
Yeah.
Dubs already.
Yeah, so me and Josh, all of our predictions so far through game ones of AL are correct.
Yeah, and Luke picked the Twins. 'Cause
Luke
he's a
picked the
fucking
Twins,
stooge.
which is tough.
It's a 3-game series. There's 2 games left.
Yeah, all it
potentially,
takes is one L,
Yeah,
and then they're
literally takes
gonzo.
one more and they're done.
You know.
The Angels fire their GM. Missed the postseason every year of his tenure, which through 2015 to 2020. That's
Tough,
that's
Yeah,
that's
it
a
is
losing
very-
streak.
It is
especially
very
when you
tough.
got Mike Trout on your team.
Yeah, and yeah, that is
Yeah.
that is really bad.
Like they've just tried to add multiple pieces and it just never ends up actually developing into a solid team. Like got Anthony Rendon this past offseason. Didn't make the playoffs. Year before that, 2 years ago was Ohtani's first year, right?
Hmm.
Yeah,
So like you got Ohtani, like pitcher, hitter, like fucking phenomenon. So you're like, okay, that'll definitely like propel them. No, just doesn't.
well, Tani had Tommy John
Yeah,
surgery?
he got hurt, but like still, like just the act
Yeah.
of every single offseason
Having-
seems like they've added some big player and it
Having-
hasn't actually
having
resulted in
one of
anything.
By far the best player in baseball on your
Yes,
team, and
it's
not
just
making
trying
the
to build.
playoffs
It's just
Yeah.
trying. It's trying.
real not a good look
Yeah.
for you as a GM.
It's just trying to build a team around Mike Trout, and it's not. Like I don't know. It's just.
I think in baseball you can't really build a team around
No.
other players. It just doesn't work.
It's just trying to field a competing team while you have
because
best
baseball is
player
all
of the
about
generation.
individual accomplishments. It's
Yeah.
all about one-on-one action. Like
Yeah.
you can't build a team around somebody in
Yeah.
baseball. Jackie Bradley Jr. says that re-signing with the Red Sox is a possibility. I don't believe it. Me and Luke talked about this earlier. You said something about the send-off they gave him was just it
on
was
the
a send-off.
last game of the
Yeah.
season. They had him hit leadoff for no reason.
Really?
He was the leadoff hitter. Yeah, he played
hit
good.
pretty- yeah,
but
he
like,
hit pretty well. 3 for 6 with a double and a homer.
But like leadoff Jackie Bradley
Yeah.
Jr.
Yeah, and they were showing like clips all night of him, all of his diving catches he made. Like it just did
and
not
then
seem
like
like
his Instagram post. He made like a post to like the city
walking
of Buffalo.
walking through Fenway. Like
Yeah.
he got here a little early today. I think it was.
Yeah,
There's
I was-
no chance
I was
he
like,
signs with the Red Sox.
I was like, they've already told him that they're not like. There's no way. Like I mean,
Yeah.
he'll say, oh yeah, like there's a chance, but like it's a good chance. He's been like, yeah,
Yeah.
no, we're not. You're not part of our future plans. I'm sure they've already told him that.
Yeah, no, there's just
Which
no
is
way.
tough because he's been with us for a long time. Like, yes, I understand hitting was always really streaky, but it's just the fact that like I remember watching his major league debut
He has
in 2013.
and you got to remember, he has very very clutch moments.
Yeah,
It's tough when our entire team can't get to those clutch moments, because I know in the clutch he is worth it, and he can. We saw it
has,
in
like,
the
every single-
2017, I want to say,
2018.
postseason, 2018 postseason. He was very good.
yeah. It's just his only hits were really
Yeah.
nice ones.
Yeah.
That's
Towards
great.
like the 9th inning when
Yeah.
we really needed him.
Yeah, but it's just like he usually has like 1 month a year or 1 month a season where he just goes off is absolutely insane. I don't remember what year it was, if it was 2016 or 2017 when he like randomly had like a 30 something
Yeah.
game hit streak or some shit.
He
where
like
he
almost,
was
I think he was like 2 away from breaking
Yeah.
the Red Sox record or something.
Yeah.
Or he did break the Red Sox record.
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that was 2016. But like it was just like absolutely insane
Yeah.
that he could go off and stuff like that and then hit over the course of like 2 or 3 weeks hit like 100 and just be absolutely awful. Just
Yeah, I think I'm not going to be too sad. I mean, he's probably gone. So
Yeah.
when or if that happens,
yeah.
won't be too sad. Certainly no Mookie Betts situation.
Well,
Every
yeah,
time I
it's
see a
kinda
Mookie
hard.
highlight, it's just it's a gut punch.
Yeah.
Doesn't seeing him smile fucking crush you?
Makes me sad.
Just him holding up the fucking.
It's a bigger disappointment.
The
but
postseason clinch fucking T-shirt with a smile. It really does hurt.
Yeah.
It really does.
We just need to let go. He's gone.
Yeah.
Forever.
Well. I can't.
Actually gone forever. So
remember
it's
when we were all like,
just appreciate
bro,
what you
it's
got.
okay. He's not going to re-sign with the Dodgers. Like, we're
Yeah.
going to bring Cora back, and then he's going to come back, and then,
Yep.
like, 2 days later, he just
Yeah, no, he did it. It was
decided to
actually
sign
really
a
fast.
fat contract.
Us Patriots fans said the same thing about Brady. Remember the commercial Brady did for Julio has
The
lives?
Super
Yeah.
Bowl commercial?
Yeah.
He said
I
at
ain't
the
going...
end, I'm not going anywhere.
In Gillette Stadium. He sat there in Gillette Stadium and
Yep.
said, and I'm not going anywhere. We look back now and we see, oh, that was just talking about his retirement, which we already knew, because after the Titans game, he said, there's no way I retire. So what the fuck was that all about? I
It
think...
was an
Why do you have
absolute
to do it
cock
in
tease.
Gillette?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
but you
that's
know
tough.
what? He's not even top 3 in my quarterbacks of New England Patriots, so it doesn't
Come
really
on.
matter.
Yeah.
Let's
Ridiculous list.
Sounding
touch
like Paul
on
Pierce right now.
let's touch on the NHL.
Oh, yeah.
So
Guy-
it's over.
Yeah, it ended.
Uh,
Did not go to 7.
we
did not. So I did not catch.
We do not have to.
I did catch the third period of the
of Game 5.
Game
I
5,
remember.
and I watched the first overtime. And as soon as they went into the second overtime, I was like, all right, I
You're
can't.
like, all right,
and
whatever.
my problem isn't with the play of hockey. In between overtime periods and in between any periods
like a
is
half
fucking
hour.
Yeah.
45
Yeah.
minutes
There's no
long.
reason for
I
it.
can't do. Well, I mean, they're running a lot. They do need. Well, they're
Actually,
skating a lot, but
They probably got to go over the ice again between.
yeah, maybe
Yeah,
that's
with
probably
the
possible.
Zamboni.
Fucking
Yeah.
buy another Zamboni. Fucking cut it in half.
Or just like have like a fucking layer of ice, just already like have like. I'm sure
That's not
Amazon.
how that works,
I'm sure
Josh.
Amazon
It's
can
not-
create something where it's
it's
like
not.
a
No,
coin slot where it's
not-
fucking
Not how that
like
works,
so-
Josh. Josh, it's the
It's 2020. I'm sure we can fucking
same.
figure it out.
it's the same.
I
it's
mean,
the same
Zam-
they just put water on top.
When
of it so
are
it
we gonna
freezes.
think Zambonis are a thing of the past? Can
Never,
we
'cause
move
that's
past?
just a normal.
There's no new
it puts,
technology.
It puts water on top of the ice so
I
that
just
it
think we should come up
freezes
with something
over
new.
again.
I did
There's
watch-
just going to be a newer Zamboni.
Yeah,
So-
no, I think that's the extent of that science.
They could
I
make
don't-
it faster. They could definitely make it a little faster.
But so Tampa Bay 1-6.
so I watched Game 5. All
We're
right,
talking about
here-
hockey, and now we're
here-
talking about fucking Zambonis, not even hockey.
We just offended all of the hockey fans.
Yeah.
So I watched the end of Game 5 up until the second overtime. I just couldn't fucking do it.
Yeah.
My thought going to bed that night was that Tampa was easily going to win because there was about a good 5 minutes where Dallas did not even cross over to
Yeah.
their side. Like Tampa just shot after shot. There was like 3 in a row where they hit the post, and I was like, gee, Dallas almost got an own goal and over. Can you imagine if you lose the Stanley Cup playoffs on an own goal?
That'd be tough.
It would be off. You would probably get
You would not be able to be in that city.
no. You
for the
would
rest
be
of your
you would
life.
be 100% dropped, and I don't know if any other team is picking you up.
I don't know if you'd be dropped.
You might be exiled by the people in the city, though.
yeah, you're probably gonna get
You'll
booed.
be crucified
Yeah,
by your fans.
literally.
Yeah.
You would not.
I mean, and this is Dallas's like
You'd
first.
have no more fans. That's
See,
just-
we're talking about hockey and we're talking about fake scenarios again.
yeah,
but
we're
yeah.
just-
Tampa wins.
not even talking about
Kind
the
of
game.
saw it coming. I think we all talked about it. You know, from the outside, it just seems like Tampa Bay is such a dominant team. And talked to my brother, who's a big hockey fan, and he told me that Dallas Stars just are not ready yet. They kind of came to the Stanley Cup Finals a little earlier than expected.
Yeah.
So 2 to 3 years they could have beaten the Tampa Bay Lightning. But yep, that's about it for hockey. We'll talk about it
Yeah.
in a month when it comes back.
Apologize for not holding to our promise about
What?
checking it out. I mean, Josh checked out for one overtime.
And you know
did-
what?
we
And you
did
know
say-
what? That is kind of breaking my promise because I said if they go into a Game 7, I'll
Yeah.
absolutely watch it.
Yeah.
I watched it 2 games early.
Yeah, how dare you?
I know, right? I mean, granted,
dare
it was
you.
only for 2
Yeah.
periods,
How
but
dare you?
I
Betray
did
the
watch
promise.
it.
Yeah.
All right, I don't
I
know
was
any of the
so-
players' names.
I was so ready to watch Game 7. I was
I know.
preparing for it.
We would have been in there. We would have fucking wrote down all the players' names.
Yeah.
It would have been. It would have been.
I would have been an expert.
So
is
you know
what-
what?
is what
Let's be honest.
Fuck the
here.
NHL.
Let's be honest here. If it went into a Game 7, we'd be recording this right now, talking about how we forgot that it was Game 7 last night.
I didn't even know the game was on last night. I woke up and it was like Tampa wins the Stanley Cup, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I had no idea they were playing. I was like, oh, cool.
So moving on to the NFL, we're gonna do our Week 4 predictions, and we'll obviously talk about games that happened this past week. We're gonna start off with the Thursday night game, which is the 0-3
Oh.
Broncos, led by Bryce Ripien, right? Is that
Ripien, I think.
Ripien?
Right.
Against the New York
Ripien.
Jets, who are also 0-3 and who also probably couldn't beat a high school team. This quarterback,
I thought last week was bad.
I
This
have
is
no
so
idea
bad.
who the fuck this quarterback is.
Bryce Ripien.
No
He
clue
went
who he
to, I looked him up to figure out that he was an actual person that existed.
Yeah, he went 8 for 9 for 53 yards, 1
Yeah.
interception.
Yeah.
At the goal
last
line.
week. So not terrible.
He had one decent drive that ended in an interception.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It just
no
like he was
clue.
he was on and off their practice squad a bunch last year. That was his first year because he signed as an undrafted free agent with them,
Yeah.
and then he had to be activated once Drew Lock got hurt, and then he randomly played on their final offensive drive last week.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Broncos 100%. Sam Darnold is bad.
I was
He
gonna
threw
say, with
3
that being said,
interceptions.
with that no name being said, the Broncos are.
I believe in
100%
Bryce,
gonna
man.
win
I
this
believe in
football
Bryce.
game.
Darnold threw 3 picks last week.
The Jets fucking
He's
suck.
bad.
They might be the worst franchise
They're
right now.
garbage.
Is Bryce gonna just absolutely obliterate the Jets?
What
And
if he?
embarrass
What?
them?
If, how
I think
old
so.
is he?
You know what, I'm gonna call it right now.
He's
Bryce
24.
Ripien is gonna throw for over 300 yards and at least 3 touchdown passes.
Holy
That's
fucking.
fucking.
To
I was
who?
gonna say like,
To who? Jerry Judy?
yeah,
Well,
Jerry Judy's
Is
gonna
that like
have
their
over
only
100
good
to
wide
all
receiver?
of their receivers and running. He's not gonna throw it to one specific
Jerry
person.
Judy's gonna have.
I
over
don't think they
100
have very
receiving
good.
yards.
Don't they have like 2 injuries on their receiver?
We're talking about
they
the
got all-
Jets here, Josh.
We are talking
they
about the
don't have
Jets.
anybody.
I mean, the goddamn Mighty Mites team could probably give them a run for their money. Not Drew. Dan Orlovsky, quarterback for the 0-16 Lions, and yes, that clip is running through your head of him running out the back of the end zone, taking a safety, thinking that he had someone open. That guy said that his 0-16 Lions can beat the Jets 16 times. And I kind of believe it. Because there's no way they have a secondary to stop Calvin Johnson. There's no
Yeah,
fucking
that's
way.
true.
Calvin Johnson is scoring 75 touchdowns
Yeah,
through
I
16
forgot
games.
Calvin Johnson was a part of that 0-16 team.
Yeah, you think about...
You hate to
forget-
be Calvin Johnson, one of
You
the
really
greatest
do.
receivers of all time.
The Lions
Just be
still
honest.
owe him $1 million, and they're refusing to pay it.
Why?
$1 million. Because they're saying that, like, oh, technically because he retired early, they don't owe it to him, but, like, all of the fucking lawyers are like, no, yeah, you definitely should give him $1 million. And then all the Detroit fans are like, he's literally the only thing that's, like, been talked about in Detroit for 12 years.
yeah.
Give the man $1 million.
Yeah,
And as
that's
an
kinda crazy.
as an organization, $1 million is not that much.
Yeah, it's really it's
To
in
one of
football,
your
it's not.
greatest football players of
Yeah,
all time.
yeah.
So we're going Broncos
It's like
with that.
giving a homeless man a sandwich. Like what? Fucking do it.
So we're believing in Bryce is
Yeah,
what's happening right
I
now.
can't believe the Jets are that fucking bad.
Broncos over Jets. That was
The next
what
game
a
is
matchup.
a possibility of happening. I think it will just because the Vikings have again shown no
They have no positive
no
tests so
positive
far.
test. The 0-3 Vikings against the 0-3 Texans. Them
Wow.
not being
We
able
have
to
two-
practice
We have
is
two
a big deal.
0-3 matchups this week.
Yep.
That's crazy.
I think, listen, Texans, they've had a tough schedule so far.
Yeah.
The Vikings, they're just bad. They blew
Yeah.
a lead to the Titans last week. They got, who did they lose to week 2? I forget. I know they lost to the Packers week 1. They gave up like 40.
Was it the Lions they lost? No, because the Lions they just beat the what's it called?
Yeah, Lions beat the Cardinals, which
Yeah.
was nuts. I had no idea that happened.
Team was that?
But yeah, so Texans, they've had a hard schedule. I don't see them losing this game. Kirk Cousins, he had
They
a
lost to
solid.
the Colts 28-11.
That's tough. You hate to lose to the Colts.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, Kirk Cousins hasn't been great the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He started off solid against the Packers, but I don't know. I don't see
think-
the Texans losing this one.
I think whether or not the Vikings are 3-0 in this game or 0-3, I think them not being able to practice until Saturday
That's true.
is going to have an
it'll have
impact
a- it'll have a
100%.
huge
And I think
impact.
with that the Texans are just going to be the more prepared, the more ready.
Yeah,
They're gonna
and
be the
going
better
back
team.
to the Vikings versus Titans game. Vikings were outscored 22-13 in the second half, despite having two players with over 100 yards. Both of them almost reached 200. You had Dalvin Cook with 22 carries, 181 yards and a touchdown. And then they had their rookie receiver, Justin Jefferson, 7 receptions, 175 yards and a touchdown. And they still lost.
I tried to pick him up in
Gostkowski
fantasy. Did not work
On
out,
the other side,
unfortunately.
went 6 for 6 from field goal. He got
Yeah.
solid game.
Was
He's been. I don't
crazy.
think he's missed since that week 1 disaster that he had.
His fantasy points he put up was
And
did he say-
astronomical.
He had
for a
like
kicker.
25.
Pretty
He-
sure I saw someone saying that he like stopped wearing socks, and that's why he's kicking good
I
now.
don't know. But
I don't know what. Yeah, like he decided I don't know, decided to just go
Kickers
sockless.
have the weirdest like
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure I saw that.
nits things
I don't think
that
I-
has to
I don't
be
think
done.
I'm-
But
imagining
yeah,
it.
3 of his field goals were from 50 plus.
All right. So are we all going Texans on this game?
Texans, yeah.
Ooh, and on the Titans, I don't know who the hell this is, but Khalif Raymond, he's a receiver. He had 3 receptions for 118 yards for the Titans.
That's wild.
Nice.
Which is cool.
No
So
idea who that is.
Saints Lions. The Lions fucking stink. I know they've won a game, but they're fucking bad. Is Mike Thomas
Lions.
coming back?
The Lions upset the Cardinals last week.
Yeah, I know, but they still fucking
The
suck.
Lions just got Kenny Galladay back though.
Listen, the Lions
So they,
pull
like-
1 or 2, 3, maybe 4 wins every year from a decent team. Like
No.
they ran, but they fucking suck. They can't do anything.
Yeah.
They literally can't do anything.
Saints are just
The Saints.
Saints are gonna win. I
If
would be
Michael Thomas is
surprised.
back, I think
I
it's going to
think
be a
even if-
blowout.
Well, yeah. If Michael Thomas comes back, definitely. But if he
Either way, I think
if he
Saints
doesn't, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna be that close of a game.
Ravens Washington football team. I think this is probably the easiest pick of the week. Going Ravens. There's no way they lose twice in a row, and especially not to one as the Washington football team. There's
Hey.
no.
I thought Josh, I really
Hey,
thought you
they're-
were about to
they're
pull
tied
a
for
meme right then.
They're tied for first in the NFC East.
They
Don't count them
are.
out.
That is a fact. That
The
is a
NFC
fact.
East is once again
The worst division in football.
atrocious. There's an optimistic way to look at it. You know, it's the toughest division in the league. Anyone can win at any goddamn time.
Yep.
The division is always up for grabs.
Their combined
Yeah.
2-9-1 record.
I
Is
mean,
just
you're gonna
absolutely
you're
insane.
gonna get shit stomped in the playoffs, but you
Yeah.
have a chance of getting there
Yeah.
every fucking year, no matter how bad you are.
Absolutely. You can go 7
with
and
that
9
being
and make
said,
the playoffs.
Lamar Jackson exposes bad teams for what they are, and that's bad teams.
Yeah,
and he's
no,
gonna put up
Lamar's probably going to go absolutely. He's going to have one of his like MVP type weeks.
Yeah,
where
the
he just
Ravens are probably
goes
going to
off.
put up 42 points.
Yeah,
if I had to
just
guess.
absolutely destroy him.
Yeah, it's going to be a shit show.
And if
All
they
going
don't,
Then the Washington football team has
No.
my respect.
well,
Not
I
Dan
think I
Snyder.
would say more that the Ravens don't have my respect. Is what
Oh.
it would
Oh.
be what it is. I
Wow.
mean, yeah, like Washington. Well, it would be like Ravens underperforming would be the reason for it.
They're still going to shit on the Steelers twice this year, but we're all going Ravens on that.
Ravens, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Cardinals, Panthers. The Cardinals did get upset by the Lions, as we mentioned.
I think they're rebounding.
Heartbreaking. I think they're rebounding.
Yeah,
Cardinals
I think,
win.
I think that was just like a fluke loss that they'll have throughout the season, but
Everyone has them.
yeah.
Everyone has
Yeah,
them.
I mean, like the Panthers played a lot better last week, but
Yeah, Lions. Matt Prater kicked the game-winning field goal as time expired. Kyler Murray threw 3 interceptions.
Yeah,
he had a
which
tough
was
week.
tough. Hopkins had another great game, 10 catches, 137 yards. He continues to light
to
it
make
up over there.
to make Bill O'Brien regret
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
of his life.
Make him look
Ooh,
absolutely
and
insane.
Lions ended an 11-game losing streak
Hey,
dating back to last
let's
last
give it up for
season.
the
Go
Lions.
Lions, let's go.
What a game. They just suck. I don't know what you want from me. I mean,
Yeah,
year in
bad.
and year out, they just fucking suck. Megatron needs to get paid. Just give the man the fucking $1 million
Yeah,
he
that's
deserves.
crazy.
Yeah.
He's literally the best thing to come out of Detroit in years.
Yep.
I mean, it might be Eminem, Kelvin Johnson. That's about that's really. I think that's about it.
And we'll talk about the Panthers for a minute. Christian McCaffrey hurt for the next few weeks. They got Mike Davis comes in as
he
their
played
backup.
pretty good.
And Mike Davis plays pretty well, man. 13 carries for 46 yards, and then 8 receptions for 45 yards and a touchdown catch. So he had 91 total yards
Nice.
on 21 touches and 1 touchdown.
With that being said, the Cardinals are going to win that
Yeah.
football game.
Yeah, I feel like it'll be a rebound week for Kyler.
Yeah,
Murray.
I mean,
I hope
Panthers against Chargers turned it over 4 times, 3 of them fumbles. So it's kind of like
And the Panther. I mean, the Chargers do have a defense. Let's not. But
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't look great.
Panthers aren't bad. Don't get me wrong.
I think they're
I
rebuilding.
think the Cardinals are better.
Colts, Bears, led by Nick Foles, which I think this is probably the first time ever a quarterback who has started 3-0, because technically Mitch Trubisky is 3-0 as a starting quarterback this year, is benched and not playing. With that being said, I think I might have said, if you asked me before Mitch Trubisky, I might have said the Colts this game. I think I'm going Bears.
I'm all in
Bears.
on Nick Foles.
I think the Bears are going 4-0.
Big Dick Nick is gonna shit
I'm
on
all.
the Colts.
We're all on the Nick Foles train.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just happy
I
that
saw what he can do as a Patriots fan.
is true.
Although
It's
there
true.
there was a Bears fan online
fun.
the other day
It's a
who
fun game
made
to
a good
watch.
point. He said, "Why don't we just have Mitch Trubisky start like the first 2 quarters, and then because Foles is great off the bench, he
Yeah.
always fucking has been. He
Yeah.
wins every time he comes off the bench. Why don't we
Yeah.
just do that?" And I'm not opposed to that.
Just run a fucking Madden face of the franchise.
Yeah, correct. But
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much.
Trubisky does suck in the first 2 quarters, so that also
Yeah.
does not
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
help.
and for that face of the franchise reference, Madden's fantastic storytelling,
Oh,
by
yeah.
the way.
The best.
Dude, you're
basically
like
better.
forced to play on rookie mode through
You're-
it too.
That's
Yeah.
true. Your high school like rival quarterback that's on your team.
Heart condition. I
He
mean,
Yeah.
he follows you to your college that you choose, and then tells you, "I'm gonna be the Batman and you're my Robin." And then the coach decides, "I'll just play both of you in each game."
Yeah.
and
I
then
don't
you
know
win, and
why
then you
that
win
was-
the national championship 106-3.
Yeah, dude,
and then
that
and
shit
then he's
made-
like,
that shit
"Listen,
drove me crazy.
We're not starting you next year.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean?
yeah, that was the most.
I literally in that mode. I can't remember. I set the record for most touchdowns, and I had like 9 or 10 touchdowns in one game, and then
It's
was
so
in
easy.
that
It's
last
unbelievable.
game.
Up
It was like,
until
yeah, no, we're
100,
not
like,
going
every
with you.
single
Up
game.
until you get to the NFL, you can't change the difficulty.
No, I was like, I just
Yeah.
do 10 touchdowns, and you're gonna sit me now.
It was
I'm
the
like,
most
that is
frustrating thing.
absolutely insane.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Did
like
not
the
matter
least,
what you actually
the least
did.
they can do is kind of have like, I don't know if Madden ever did it, but I know they're like Blitz the League used to have like moments. Like
Yeah.
if you you don't get to really choose if you win or lose.
Yeah.
You know, like that's storytelling. Sometimes you lose a game.
Yeah.
Like it'll be a cutscene and you throw a pick.
Yeah.
And that, I would have much rather have that than
Yeah.
fucking
It was. Oh, it was
me
just-
putting up
Yeah, it was
300
crazy.
against Florida State and then
Yeah.
fucking they're just like, yeah, Tommy Matthews is gonna start next year.
Like, what are you?
You
even
can
talking
go
about?
the NFL or play wide receiver. What?
Yeah.
I just put up 107
Yeah.
points in the
Yeah.
in the championship
Yeah.
game. Fucking ridiculous. I
Yeah.
fucking hate Madden for that. What are we
dumb.
talking
Next
about?
game we got.
We all pick Bears. Is
Yeah,
that okay.
Bears.
Yeah. This next game is Seahawks. It's Seahawks versus Dolphins.
I said, I think 2 weeks ago, or it might have been last week, I said Russell Wilson at some point is going to break the touchdown record. I think it happens this week. I think he
This
puts
is-
up 8
I
touchdown
mean-
passes against the Miami
He might,
Dolphins.
not only the single game record, he might break the season.
The season
Yeah.
record,
passing
yeah.
He has 14 already. That's
What's,
He
what's
has-
the record? 55
55, I believe
Mahomes, I
Mahomes
think.
had.
His
Yeah.
first season.
So he is on pace for.
You got it.
We did
gotta
we
pull
did,
out a
we did this
calculator.
last week, and he was on pace for like.
He has the most.
He was on pace for like 70.
He,
Yeah,
he has the
and
most
now
by
he's
any
doing-
quarterback through 3 games.
And then he went ahead and threw 5 again this week.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
has 4. Yeah, he has 14 touchdowns.
He's fucking incredible. He's carrying my fantasy team.
Yeah,
So
your
all-
fantasy team
he's,
is like a
on
real
pa-
nice-
he's on pace for 74 right now.
my fantasy
Yeah.
team is 3-0, and it's solely because
I don't
Russell
know, you're
Wilson
in
is
first
putting up
place,
like
or I'm
30
also
a fucking
3-0,
week.
but
And
Josh has the tiebreaker over me.
On
'cause
the
he's got more
opposite
points
end, my
scored.
fantasy team is looking like the San Francisco 49ers injury list.
It is
Yeah.
quite hard seeing the path that Noah's fantasy team is going through. We might
kind
as
of
well throw
unfortunate.
him out. I mean,
It's just
It's
tough.
unfortunate.
he might have to go the Jets route and have his number 1 wide receiver as Braxton Berrios. There's just like that might be your best option here. He might be the only option you have.
It's
Yeah,
tough,
Chris Hogan.
because in our 12-team
He's
league,
questionable.
But like,
He's been
They
hurt
got
for
him.
like 3 weeks now.
in our 12-team league, not many options
no.
on the waiver wire,
Mm.
no.
You're fucked.
and I think at least one that I picked up has got one. What's his name? Paris Campbell on
Paris
the
Campbell,
Colts.
Yeah, yeah.
The week I
Rip.
picked him up, first quarter, tore his ACL, I think.
Hey, at least he's got Chris Carson, right? Nope.
Yeah,
This-
Chris
Also
Carson,
that-
my number 1 running back that I picked for my technically second overall pick because
Yeah.
we had keepers, got hurt last week. Or the other day.
Yeah.
On purpose, which was that dude has to be suspended. There's no way. He gator rolled while they were on the ground for like a minute already. He literally just Did you see it?
No.
You didn't watch it? Did you hear about
see
it?
I just got the text from you guys, and I was like, well.
Yeah, he
Whatever.
literally grabbed him. They were on the ground for like 5 minutes and fucking gator rolled and twisted his ankle. He's got to get suspended. There's no way the NFL lets that go, but there hasn't been a word from it, which is unfortunate. So we're
Crazy.
going Seahawks, obviously.
Sure.
Yeah. It's kind of.
And like I said, he might break the touchdown record this week.
Yeah. This would be the week.
You know what? They play the Jets at some point too, because they play the
That's
entire
true.
AFC East.
That's true.
So Russell Wilson is breaking the touchdown record
Twice.
this year. Yeah. He's
Like,
gonna-
holy
for
Russell,
the year and for game is what. That's our prediction right
are
now.
the Seahawks going to the Super Bowl? Like I feel like that's not talked about enough already.
I think so. I think I picked them at the beginning before the season started.
I don't
I said
remember.
Seahawks going.
Yeah, I
to the
think
Super Bowl.
I don't even remember what my picks were, but pretty sure I did Chiefs and
I might
something.
have said Niners again, but I'm not sure.
I think I did Chiefs Saints. Could be wrong though.
I'm pretty sure I did Seahawks and Baltimore.
The NFC Championship game is. I'm gonna predict it now. It's gonna be the Packers Seattle, because the Packers look really good.
Yeah, Rodgers is also
Rodgers
in MVP form.
Rodgers is playing some of the best football I've ever seen him play in his life.
I think right now, in the MVP race, we got Wilson, Rodgers, and Allen.
Josh Allen.
Oh my God, Josh Allen!
I would put Josh
mean,
Allen at second. I'd still
said
put
this-
Russell Wilson.
I said this
at the top,
last
but-
year when watching him, and I said this at the beginning of this year because I get to see him 2 times. You know, like my favorite team gets to play him
Yeah.
2 times. I said Josh Allen is going to morph into a great quarterback, and that's what he's done. He worked on his deep ball accuracy because that
Yeah.
was his main problem.
Yeah.
And he's got his weapon in Stephon Diggs, and he looks absolutely incredible. We just saw a stat this morning about
Josh Allen,
the
I
red
found it.
zone stat.
Josh Allen stat.
Yeah.
So
There's 2 of them.
Josh Allen is the only player in NFL history with at least 1,000 passing yards, 10 passing touchdowns, and 2 rushing touchdowns in the first 3 weeks of the season.
That's nuts. He also
The
had,
only
I think, his
ever.
career in the end zone, 42 touchdowns and 1 turnover.
That's fucking insane.
just-
He's incredible. I think he's only going to get better because he is still very young.
Yeah, he's in the 3rd year.
Yeah, I believe that. So okay, so that's the MVP race. We're all going Seattle with this game. Chargers, Bucks.
Buccaneers. I'm going Bucks.
Herbert got to get a win. He has to have a win before Tyrod comes back. But
I don't see it this week.
Yeah,
I'm also going Bucks. I think the Bucks are without Chris Godwin for an extended period of time, but I still think that it's
Interesting.
Mike
stat.
Evans. Is this the stat you're going to bring up? Mike Evans
Yeah.
had 2 catches for 2 yards and 2 touchdowns.
that's crazy.
They threw twice I think one of them was a goal line fade. It was kind of
Yeah.
like he just ran out. And then the second one was the exact same play the Patriots ran in the 28-3 game
Yeah.
to do the 2-point conversion to Amendola,
Yeah.
where Brady quick hiked through it, comes inside, has a blocker on the outside.
Yeah.
The exact same play.
Yeah. Also from that Buccaneers game, Shaq Barrett, who used to be on the Broncos, but they didn't want to re-sign him. They're like, nah, you can get out of here. So in his return to Denver, 2 sacks, including 1 for a safety in his return.
Well,
And he led the league in sacks last year. He had
Yeah,
19 and a half
He
sacks.
was nasty last year.
poor Jeff Driscoll. I mean, he just had no fucking shot. He had
Yeah,
there's no
Tampa Bay-
goddamn
Tampa Bay
chance.
had 6 sacks as a team.
Jesus Christ. So we're all going Tampa with that. Although I wouldn't mind an upset from the Chargers. And then another maybe is the 3-0 Steelers versus the 3-0 Titans. The reason why there's a maybe is, of course, the COVID cases. We hope he'll be able to maybe get moved to Monday night is what I saw. They could flex it to Monday.
That's the idea right now, but I think it would just as far as unless if no one from the Vikings gets it and it's literally just those 3 players in the Titans, and if it we'll eventually know who they are.
Yeah.
But if there's no other positive cases in the days after that,
Yeah, it's all about how
there's
they
a
contain
chance
it.
they'll do it Monday.
I
But
can't
it
wait.
also sucks for the Titans because they also wouldn't have any prep time till Saturday.
Yeah, I can't wait till we
They'd have 2 days.
finish this
of in-person
podcast,
then.
and title it, post it, and then we get a notification that the game's been flexed or something.
Yeah,
Because that's what's going to
1,000%.
fucking happen.
Little, I think
1,000%.
probably 5 out of 6 episodes, we've gotten like some sort of breaking news
Yeah.
within
Right,
a half
yeah.
hour of finishing
Right,
recording.
right as soon as we're done.
I think it's
there
been
is
real
a
tight.
possibility of them honestly keeping the game the way it is. I think the
I don't
Titans are
think
going to be
so.
tested every single day this week, and I think depending on who the players were, obviously, and I think depending on how their tracing goes, because they have like battery packs that tells them who they've been in contact with.
Yeah, they do
and-
monitor that
yeah.
very well.
So I think they could work it out, and we could see a game.
I have strong doubts.
Hopefully, I see the Steelers winning.
Yeah.
I've voted against the Steelers enough,
That's
and they
wild
are.
that you guys have the Steelers. That's wild.
Do you have the Titans?
No, I have the Steelers as
Oh,
well,
no,
but
I
I'm
think
saying
it's
it's
like what?
wild that you guys also have the Steelers.
they're playing good, man.
I can
They're
understand like against the
impressing.
Giants, even though Noah picked the Giants against
Listen,
the
I
Steelers.
was-
but
Jesus.
I was
fucking
going for an
Christ.
upset.
yeah,
All right. Yep. I was going for it. It was week 1.
Yep.
So we had no clue what was going to happen with Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, Luke. Yeah.
So relax.
but like,
Yeah,
but you
shut
know
up,
what you were
Max.
getting with the Giants though. So that's,
But we
that's
didn't,
the
though.
No, we
It
didn't.
was
It was
week
week
1.
But like,
But like
you knew,
How did we know that Barkley was going to get
One.
fucking
Not that.
6 yards?
not that part. Just the
So we didn't know.
the
So
lack
yeah,
of
we
game.
didn't know that.
All right, Luke. You jackass.
I'm just saying, you pick the Giants.
We're all going to Steelers.
Yeah.
Jags, Bengals.
Joe Burrow gets his first win this week. I think.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
also going Bengals.
That
Um,
game, Bengals versus Eagles.
I
was
will say the Bengals.
frustrating to watch.
The Bengals nor the Eagles wanted to win that game. Not one of them wanted to win that game.
The Eagles blew so many opportunities. They had the game-winning field goal twice at the end of regulation, but false start penalties and holding penalties took them out of field goal range. And then in overtime, false start penalty took them from a 59-yard field goal to a 64, which
Yeah,
they
and
decided not to
they
kick.
decided to get a
Even
delay
though-
of game to back up the punt,
So they could punt.
so that they can punt it. Which I mean, but I think you go for a Hail Mary at that fucking point, right? Because how much time was on the clock?
I don't remember. I think it was like 17 seconds, but
Ooh, I don't know.
they,
Yeah,
could,
it was-
they still
there
could
was
have
a little
kicked
bit
it,
of time.
though.
64?
Their kicker kicked a 61-yard game winner as a rookie.
64 is the NFL record, though, right?
No, I think it's 66.
I think it's 64.
I think it's 64.
I don't know.
So that
I would
So
I
what?
would have tried it. I would.
I'd rather lose than tie. Tying is bullshit.
yeah. I guess. It's not really gonna matter for seeding anyway because they're fucking horseshit.
Also, a stat from that: the past 4 number 1 overall picks have gotten a tie before they've gotten a win. It was Myles
insane.
Garrett, Baker Mayfield, now Joe Burrow, and Kyler Murray.
It's tough.
That is tough.
It's
Yeah,
tough
number
situation.
1, Matt Prater, 64 yards, 2013.
Good
So
old Matt Prater.
Could have tied the record.
Nasty kicker. Madden.
Janikowski hit a
They wanted to take the
63-yarder in 2011.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so no way they were making that field goal. I don't know. It's a tough decision.
think they could.
Obviously, they blew it with the penalties. We're spending way too much time talking about the Jags and Bengals.
Yeah, I mean,
Going
Jags got
Bengals.
destroyed by the Dolphins, so I'm
Yeah.
not confident in them.
Browns, Cowboys
Browns.
are 2-1.
Browns have a record above 500 for the first time since week 15 of the 2014 season. I want to
Something
say.
like that.
Yeah, and
It's
I
been
mean-
a-
It's
I
been
mean-
a while.
It's been a while, and Browns fans, you better enjoy it because by Sunday, you will again be 500.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
Yep.
going Cowboys as well.
Yeah.
I don't
The
think.
Cowboys are putting up a shitload of points, no matter win or loss.
I'm
Yeah,
going
I
Browns.
just
That's bold.
Feeling bold today.
Yeah, I see that.
I
Feeling
think the
bold.
Cowboys offense is gonna.
Are you going to pick
destroy
the
them.
Giants again in our next round too?
What are they playing?
We got the 0-3 Giants against the 2-1 Rams.
Gotta go.
If the
Rams.
Rams
on
The
had
that.
Giants are dog shit.
If-
I mean, the
Rams-
fucking no. Let's talk about this. The 49ers were fucking playing with half a fucking Ivy League college team. All right, they had nobody on the field. They were playing with 4th strings, 8th strings, 12th strings, and they just kicked the absolute living shit out of the Giants.
Yeah,
It wasn't even fucking
It was
close.
36-9. Was
It
not
wasn't
act-
even
was
fucking
actually
close.
awful.
And there is not one fucking player on the 49ers that was like not a little banged up.
I know. Nick Mullins had an absolute day
Jimmy G
for no reason.
better watch his back because Nick
Nick
Mullins
Mullins.
is younger. Nick Mullins has proven that he can win games,
Yeah.
and Jimmy G has gotten hurt twice now.
That's true. Nick Mullins in my
They-
Madden franchise
They extended Nick Mullins
through
last year.
simulation.
I believe
Won MVP.
I believe that he was a free agent this past year, and I think they extended him. And I think they said on commentary that he knows his role as a backup. But if Jimmy G continues to get hurt or overthrow wide open wide receivers in the Super Bowls, there is a possibility Nick Mullins comes in. I mean, Nick Mullins did look good. Granted, they were giving him easy, short routes. They were kind
it's
the
the
Giants.
backup babying him,
Giants.
and he is the Giants. But the Giants are still a football team. The Giants are an NFL football team, and they were playing fucking people brought up from Subway the game like the night before. There's no reason why they should have even been.
Absolutely embarrassing.
The game was embarrassing. The Giants suck. New York, I'm so happy I get to say this. Other than the Yankees, because the Yankees did do better than the Red Sox this year. New York fucking sucks. All right, their sports teams have fallen down. Buffalo's okay. Buffalo Bills are okay.
I would say they're pretty good.
The Bills are good.
They are-
But
the
the
Bills are
main
indeed from
New
Buffalo.
York teams, the Jets, the Giants,
York?
the Knicks, they're bad.
Yeah.
I love it. I fucking hate New York.
Update on the Yankee score. They're winning 11-2.
Like I said, the Yankees do not count in what I'm saying.
Absolutely. Shit on
But
the Indians
fuck
right
New
now.
York. Again, I just can't, I know we're spending a lot of time on an 0-3 Giants team, but
Yeah, no.
there's no goddamn
ass.
explanation on
No.
how badly they got fucking shit stomped the other day. It doesn't make
Yeah.
any fucking sense.
Yeah, they're bad. The Rams, what a fucking game against the Bills. Bills went up 28-3. We almost had
Yep.
another 28-3 comeback. Rams went up 32-28. They scored 29 unanswered points. They had a prime opportunity to close it out. It was like 4th and 15 or something like that in their own red zone. Pass interference, automatic first down.
Yeah.
Next play with 15 seconds to go, Josh Allen throws a touchdown pass,
It's tough.
and the Bills take the lead back.
I saw a lot of
Stuff.
Rams fans
Being
complaining
real
about
upset
the pass
it.
interference
Yeah.
call, and
Yeah.
and there was a lot of Saints fans that were like,
Yeah.
oh, well,
Yeah.
first
Oh,
time.
yeah, I bet. I bet.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a fucking week. It's not
Well,
at
yeah,
least
go-
not the goddamn conference championship,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I think a lot of it was Cowboys fans from week 1.
Oh yeah, who were
saying,
also.
oh yeah, controversial pass interference
Yeah.
call at the end of the game, huh?
Yeah.
I'm going Rams. The Giants fucking suck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
have to go Rams.
honestly, do the Jets and Giants play this year? I don't think they do. If they don't, I think both teams have an opportunity to go in 16.
Not in the Giants division.
Oh yeah, the Giants do play the Eagles, who
Yeah.
also
And the
have an
Washington
opportunity to
football
go
team.
0-15-1.
Yeah. No, I think the Giants will find a way to
God
win
damn.
a couple of games.
There's a lot of bad football teams.
Yeah.
And
Indeed.
I
Stuff.
obviously love seeing New York fail at any given point, being a diehard Boston fan, but I want to see good football too. I don't want to see 17 backups beat the absolutely living shit out of you on your own goddamn field.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. The Niners were there for 2 straight weeks in hotel rooms.
Yep.
Because they played the Jets.
Yeah.
And they haven't gone home in fucking 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They had to fly in C.J. Beathard because he was not there for the Jets game.
Yeah.
So they had to fly him in. And he wasn't even a fucking thought because Nick Mullins went. Again, Nick Mullins is, I think, a good quarterback. I don't know if he'll be a starter ever, but Jimmy G should watch his back a little bit. I think it's very possible if he gets hurt for a long term again, Nick Mullins can do something.
I mean, if Bowen shits on the Eagles again,
Yeah,
or shits on the Eagles this week, I mean,
and he
might
probably
take you in
will.
it.
The
Probably
Eagles
will.
fucking
Yeah.
suck
Eagles are
too.
bad.
The 49ers got hurt at a good time, I think. Not that it's ever a good time to get hurt, but
Yeah.
their schedule
They're easiest
coming
part
up.
of their schedule.
Their schedule coming up after the Eagles game gets a little tough.
Yeah.
They play the Patriots. They play the Seattle.
Yeah.
I think they play Arizona again pretty soon. So I think they got hurt at the right time.
but going into that being having the potential of being 3-1, going into that stretch of the schedule.
Yeah, after
with-
losing
Yeah, that's-
13
yeah, it-
people.
Yeah,
That's
great.
what I'm saying.
It's
It definitely, they're in a
great.
good spot right now. So we're all going for. We're not
Rams.
even there. Are we all going Rams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Now,
probably
back to the Bills. They are playing the Raiders this week. I'm taking Bills.
I think the Raiders look at last week and say we have one of the best tight ends in the league.
Let's not throw
Why
them
the
Also-
twice.
fuck are we not using him?
also happens to be on my fantasy team. So
Yeah.
just another look into how bad that's going.
I think because the Raiders will look at their game plan and see, wow, we did not do well. There'll be adjustments made. I think the Bills lose their first game this week.
I have Bills as well.
Interesting.
Winning,
Yeah.
not losing.
I have-
I'm going Bills.
I think the Raiders are going to get it together again because the Raiders, other than last week, have looked dominant.
Yeah, but then
They've
the
looked
Bills
incredible.
defense is also really good.
Yeah,
so
Bills
Yeah.
defense is pretty
I think that it'll be the same.
Going
result.
for an upset. Going the Raiders. Chiefs, Patriots. I love the goddamn Patriots. but
to say it,
but Patrick Mahomes is unstoppable. Patrick Mahomes, again, proves that 2020 can be a good year. He not only wins his first Super Bowl, wins
Gets
Super Bowl
engaged.
MVP, gets engaged, and just announced today
He's having a baby.
child.
Lots of memes
What
with
a
the
year.
picture.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
a year.
And putting Lamar Jackson's face into their pregnancy announcement.
Somehow-
is Patrick Mahomes' son.
Somehow,
fact.
Patrick Mahomes is the only person in the planet to have a good 2020. He's done.
He
He's done
hasn't had a
very
negative.
well.
I don't. There's no.
I
way.
mean, he's done very well.
What a year.
I don't think they're going to shit stomp the Patriots. I think it'll be closer than people think.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a low scoring game. Actually, I don't think it's going to be very high. scoring.
I think the Chiefs are putting up at
Because
least 28.
The Chiefs are good, obviously,
Yeah.
but I think the Chiefs have a lot of off weeks on games when they should, like when they played the Chargers. They should have shit stomped the Chargers. They played very low. I think they played down a lot.
It was divisional too, so it's
Yeah.
that's a whole different
Yeah.
thing. But
I think it'll be a close game, but I do think the Chiefs are going
Yeah.
to run away with it.
Chiefs defense absolutely shut down Lamar passing wise anyway. Lamar had like 83 rushing yards, but he had 97 passing yards
Yeah.
throughout the entire game.
Is that his worst game of his career?
Probably.
He said
pretty bad.
that the Chiefs were his kryptonite. He's only lost 4 games, I
4
believe.
games in the regular season as a starter, and three
Three
of
of
those
them.
losses are to Kansas City.
And one
Yeah.
of them is to the Browns.
To the Browns.
Yeah.
Which is tough.
Yeah.
That was
yeah,
their
I mean
first loss
the
last year.
Ravens defense was absolutely awful in that game against the Browns.
Yeah. I mean,
Browns offense.
you
was
have to
looking
play pretty
insane.
bad to let Baker Mayfield
I
beat
mean,
you.
yeah, you're right.
There's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
no way your
You're
defense
not-
is
you're
looking
not
good.
wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Ravens made it close towards the end. They got that fumble and then the turnover on downs when Kansas City
Yeah.
went for it on 4th.
Decided to run it with their fullback on.
So
Both one for some reason.
I'm going Chiefs. Noah, you're going Chiefs.
I'm also going
I
Chiefs.
hate to say it. but
Yeah.
I'm going
49ers, Eagles. We talked about it already. It doesn't matter who
Nick
the fuck you
Mullins
put in
blowout.
there.
It's the
There's
Nick
gonna be another
Mullins show.
blowout.
It's the Nick
Luke,
Mullins
Luke,
show.
you want to go fucking
Nick Mullins
dress up
show.
as a left tackle and go fucking beat the Eagles? Go right ahead.
Yeah.
Go right ahead. I mean, who the fuck's gonna stop you? The Eagles are
probably
gonna
anyone
not-
that looks at me and
Certainly
says,
not the first 3 defensive ends on the 49ers depth chart
Yeah.
because they're all dead.
But yeah, no, the Eagles are gonna get shit stomped. They fucking suck. You know what? Thank God for Carson Wentz's life that Nick Bosa is not in this game
Yeah.
because their offensive line
Yeah,
is
he would
atrocious,
die.
and Nick
Carson
Bosa
Wentz.
would have killed him.
Speaking of Carson Wentz, me and
What a-
Luke
what
were
a
talking
guy.
about a stat a little earlier when you were downstairs. Russell Wilson could throw 46 straight interceptions, and he'd still have a higher QBR rating than.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That is not
That
good.
is
Yeah.
tough.
That is not a good stat. He is going to get fucking destroyed by the 49ers again,
Probably,
and,
yeah.
and I don't get it.
Because even with all the injuries to the defensive line, Niners still were able to put a shit ton of pressure on Daniel Jones. I mean, we were
Granted,
talking about
yeah.
the Giants, but then again, this week we're also talking about the Eagles. So
And
it's
Yeah.
like-
they both have terrible very
Yeah.
similar offensive lines in the fact that they
yeah.
almost are non-existent offensive line.
Yeah. So, everybody, 49ers. for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be shocked if the 49ers lose. I think it is a possibility because I think you go in with the mindset of we're going to stomp this team.
Yeah.
But also the 49ers really are missing a lot of key players.
It's a
Um,
Nick Mullins show.
Have they
Never
announced
doubt.
whether or not Garoppolo is
I don't think they have, but they're in a really good spot. I don't know why you would rush it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even if you lose this game, you're 2-2.
I think Kittle's back next week.
That'd be that'd be
That would
good for them.
huge, especially for
The
Mullins.
0-3 Falcons versus the 3-0 Packers is the Monday night game.
The fucking Falcons do it again.
They
Cannot believe it.
continuously do
Cannot
it.
believe it.
Blew a 16-point fourth quarter lead with like 7 minutes to go.
They have the most points in
Again.
the NFL. through 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure.
points.
I'm pretty sure they are the number one
Yeah,
scoring team,
they have put up an insane amount of points.
Yeah.
and they haven't won a goddamn game.
Because
Yeah.
their defense blows it right at the end every single game.
And Matt Ryan is killing it.
Yeah, he's done good.
He's doing good.
He's thrown like a few
Besides
late
that-
interceptions, but
Besides that interception he had at the
I
end
mean,
of the
yeah,
game.
you know, he throws interceptions, which happens, but early on he looks good. I mean, I'll
Yeah.
take him over fucking half the other quarterbacks. He's
I mean,
looking
yeah,
good.
he's had a decent season.
Their
so far.
offense
And
are-
Julio
is
Jones
putting
hasn't
up
even been
numbers.
there.
Their offense
Julio
is
Jones
putting up
hasn't even been
numbers.
there the entire time.
Yeah.
But they put up numbers like early on in the game. They go absolutely stagnant
Yeah.
towards the
Yeah,
end.
yeah.
They got outscored 20
Which
to
is,
0.
I mean, it's the goddamn Atlanta
I think
Falcons.
the
You
only
got to expect that
yeah.
going into the game that they're
gonna
they
fall
have to
apart
put
in the
they
third
have to
quarter.
put up 86 in the first 2 quarters, or
Yeah,
else
yeah.
it's going to be
So,
a
yeah.
close game.
Yeah.
So week 2 they blew a 20-point lead, and they led by 16 with like 5.5 to go in the fourth quarter. And then this week, another fourth quarter 16-point lead with I believe it was like 6.5, 7 minutes left. They blow it again. They're
It-
just
Who did they?
they're
Who
terrible. They're bad. They're the laughing stock of the league.
A bad team. A bad
they
team.
are, and you know, it's weird because they're again for the second year in a row on paper.
Yeah, yeah.
They should look like a competent football team.
Yeah.
On
very
football,
well.
Definitely like
Like last year, they got
Calvin
it going.
Ridley.
They got it going towards the end
Nasty.
last year.
Calvin Ridley has been going
Yeah.
off. I think he has at least 100 receiving yards in all 3 games.
yeah, he's been absolutely insane this
So they have
entire
him.
season.
They have Julio Jones and Todd Gurley, who hasn't been his like
Yeah, Julio Jones is hurt
dominant
for. I
himself.
think he was hurt for
But-
week 2. I don't know if he played this past week, but he was hurt for week 2.
either way. Falcons, they suck.
Never mind the fact
all
that they had to play 2 goddamn quarterbacks in one game.
Yeah.
Let's be a little fair. They did have to play Nick Foles coming off the bench, which is a scary sight. But it's the
But he
goddamn.
threw
How are
3
the Bears
touchdowns.
3-0? Isn't this what everyone expected last year? The Bears to be. Do you remember?
Their defense has been
Last
pretty
year,
good.
before the season started,
They were Super Bowl
Vegas
favorites.
odds had Mitch
Yeah.
Trubisky as the MVP favorite.
I didn't.
Absolutely insane. That was something that was.
They're
predicted.
like playing good this year. I can't believe it's been a while since the Bears have been good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick Foles like officially named as their
I mean,
starter, so they're just
They were
riding with
good a
that.
couple of years ago, and they had the old double doink in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean-
yeah, their defense was. I mean, their defense is still really good, but their defense was something else then.
Yeah.
It was just like
I think Mitch
Absolutely
Trubisky or
insane.
Jay Cutler. Who are you going? You got to start an NFL franchise. We're talking young Mitch Trubisky.
I'm just gonna go ahead and not
Yeah.
start an NFL franchise.
You're gonna fuck.
I mean, I'm probably
take the dude from the Broncos. He's an undrafted free agent, right?
Steve Ripon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get him.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I can't believe that he's gonna be a starter. I've never heard of this man in my life, and I pride myself on being
Yeah,
up to date with the NFL.
yeah.
It's because he's been in a practice squad the entire
I don't
time.
think I don't think he's a playable character in Madden. I really don't think you can draft him.
I would doubt it.
I mean, probably
He's gotta
now,
be
they
now,
probably
yeah,
might
they
be
probably
right at the
threw him.
bottom.
They probably threw him in when Drew Lock got hurt, but
Yeah, he might be at the very
there's
bottom.
no goddamn
like 50 something over.
Never heard of him in my
Right
life.
at the
So,
bottom.
this is the top. We haven't even made our picks. I'm gonna make a bold pick.
There's no way.
I love the Packers. I love Aaron Rodgers.
no-
I'm a big Aaron
there's no
Rodgers
way.
fan.
Gosh, what is wrong with you?
There's
I
no
think
way.
There's
the
no way.
Falcons get it together
Nope.
for the final 2 quarters. Finally,
Nope.
No.
and
absolutely
it's
not.
the upset of the week, and
Nope.
I'm picking the Falcons
Nope. Are you
serious?
over the Green
Nope.
Bay Packers.
No.
Hold on.
I
Wait
am-
a second.
You're
Right
wrong.
now.
You're wrong.
Let me
You're wrong.
let me explain. Let me explain.
Okay. I'll let you explain.
The first 2 quarters they've played very well. They've put up a shit ton of points in all 3 games.
Against meh teams.
Against the Bears, the 3-0 Bears, get shit on. Anyway,
We all know Bears being 3-0 is not.
the only thing the Falcons have to worry about, I think,
Is the offense of the Packers.
their
is
offense,
gonna put up
but
like
also
45.
they just need to hope that they don't have to get an onside kick, because I'm very scared for the intelligence of the
Yeah.
Falcons that they actually don't know the rules of football. So as long as the Packers don't have an onside kick
Packers are-
opportunity, I do think it will be the upset of the week.
You're
Absolutely
right.
not.
And back to the Bears. Week 1, the Bears should have lost. Lions dropped a wide open game-winning touchdown.
Yeah, but that's
And then the Falcons
it's the Lions, baby.
handed them the win.
Yeah.
And who did the Bears play week 2?
Week 2.
Probably some ass team again. So it's like they're the imposters of the 3-0 team.
Yeah.
They're
No,
the one that is
Packers
the
are
one
put-
that is among us.
Packers offense is putting up like 45 on the Falcons. It's just not. It's not going to be.
Yeah, Packers are winning. I'm gonna go 63 points this week.
Oh,
I
they
think-
faced
Okay,
the
so they beat the
Giants, bro.
Giants
They
week
beat
2.
The Giants
So they
Yeah,
beat
the Giants.
So they
Yeah.
beat the 0-3 Falcons, the 0-3 Giants, and the 1-2 Lions.
Wow.
So their opponents are combined 1-8.
Yes. And
Yeah.
that one win was a field goal right at the end of a game.
Yeah. Tough.
Yeah.
I'm going Packers. I think
I don't know how
they
I don't know how
both
you
score a
don't.
lot of points,
I don't
but I
understand
think
what
Packers
Josh's
scored
Rationale is.
What do you-
at least.
I
like,
explained it.
14.
They score a lot of points.
They score a
But,
lot of
like,
points, but
the
so do
Packers are gonna do the
and
same thing.
Packers
Listen, there's going to be a
actually-
goddamn upset once
thing
a
is-
fucking week, okay? None of us have picked a goddamn upset. I'm trying to fucking even the odds out a little bit, give the Falcons some credit. They're putting up good numbers. I think they have a chance to... The Green Bay
this-
Packers choke a game at least once a year against a team that they should never lose to, and I'm just pointing out that this could be the goddamn week.
This is why you're
You can-
last. And pick 'em.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could pick upsets, but like that's like an insane upset. That's like a
That's
a
like
fairly bad upset.
that's like put $10 on a bet and win like $100,000 type upset.
yeah, like you're not.
I can't believe you just
Yeah,
picked it. I
that's
can't
just-
believe you picked it. I don't want to hear you fucking memeing on me or Luke for any of our picks ever again after that.
I hope you guys know if the Falcons win next Tuesday, I'm coming in with a Falcons jersey.
I bet
And
you
I
are.
will. It will be a tough show for you too. Every
It's
single
not gonna
pick you
happen,
guys
so
make, I'm going to
I don't.
derail.
It's not gonna.
I
Aaron Rodgers is in his MVP form.
I'm a big Aaron Rodgers fan. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to do good. I just think it's going to be one of those
the
upset
Falcons
games.
the
defense
Falcons-
is so bad, Josh. It
The
is
Packers
so
don't
bad.
have a run defense, but that's not what the Falcons do. The Falcons pass. Packers have a good secondary. Probably the best secondary the Falcons have faced all season so far.
I am not saying the Packers are not a good football team. I am saying the Packers have a tendency to choke games when they should win. I think the Falcons, how well they have been playing on offense at least, the amount of points that they put up against the Cowboys, the Bears, and the Seahawks, they put up 25 against Seahawks. I think there's a possibility that they pull one of those upsets. None of
Look,
us have picked an upset this
Josh,
week.
they've given up at least 30 points in every single game.
Yeah, and I mean they're going to
Look,
give
you
up
hear-
30 against
You
the
hear this, dude?
Yeah, I'm
Do
hearing
you
him.
hear him right now?
Yeah, that they've given up 38, 40, and 30 in each
Those
of
are
the
late games, though. That's what I'm saying. Like if they can just hold it together for 4 quarters like an actual
They're the
football
Falcons.
team.
They can't.
But like,
They can't.
But I'm thinking
just
this
can't.
week they
the
do.
Seahawks
Can't.
put up 38. You don't think the Packers are going to put up 38? And you think the Falcons are going to score
Well, I don't know. I
over more than
I mean,
38?
the Seattle offense is a little bit more electric than the
I mean, yeah, but like,
Packers offense.
let's say
but-
Devonta Adams comes back because he's questionable at the moment.
But-
That's not even a question.
I just think there's a possible upset.
I mean,
in the works.
I
I don't
just-
know why.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm all for picking upsets, but this is just the wrong
But
one
you-
to
but
pick.
you
This is
haven't
the
picked an
wrong one
upset.
to pick, though.
But we haven't picked an upset.
This is not an upset. This is a miracle.
Yeah, that's not like upsets are like there's a chance.
I
Like,
think
there's
the
just not a
Falcons
chance
are
with this one.
on paper good football team, and they should pan out at some point.
Yankees are winning 12-2 now.
And I think, again, I like the Packers. There's nothing against the Packers. I love Aaron Rodgers.
I think you got something against him.
I don't. I really do. I'm
You're
gonna
picking-
buy a T-shirt of Aaron. I'm gonna buy an Aaron Rodgers T-shirt today. I sent it to you in the
Yeah,
group
I saw
chat.
that.
It's fucking hilarious.
You're picking the Falcons over them.
I'm picking the
Monday
goddamn
Night
Falcons. I
Football?
think there's the Monday Night Football part really is kind of bothering me because Aaron Rodgers doesn't lose often on primetime games.
Yeah.
But you know,
I mean, go bold, I guess.
yeah. I mean, fuck.
When Tuesday comes around, you're getting memed on. I just hope you know that.
I mean, I expect it, but
Stuff.
yeah, I don't
gonna
know.
be-
Going back to our pick'em so far. This past week we all got 10 correct, so we tied for the week. And for the season right now, Luke has 34, I have 30, and actually I have 31, counting that very first game of the season.
Yeah.
And
You
Josh has
defaulted.
28. And our photographer
Yeah, and you know what,
Kaylin
we're all-
also joined in for the week.
Yeah, she joined in kind of late, but
Yeah. Are we opening it up to?
yeah, I said if anyone wants to join, message me, and I have gotten zero messages. So, but yeah, I mean, next year hopefully we'll advertise a little more and we'll get it started. This was kind of like a last minute thing we decided.
Literally last minute.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
You texted us the day.
Yeah,
of the
he
game.
actually
was
he
at-
actually missed the first game.
I was
Yeah,
at work when
exactly.
you texted me the
Yeah.
link. And
Yeah.
I couldn't sign in until after I'd got to
Yeah.
your house after the game started. So
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah. We'll definitely manage that better next
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
but
Next year we'll advertise more. But yeah, so we're all pretty close in pick'em. I think at any week, it's kind of to the point where like, any week we can switch.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
we're all separated by 3.
yeah.
I'm down 3 to him. You're down 3 to me.
You have
31.
you have 31. I thought you
He's
only had
34.
30.
Yeah, the
No,
default
because
game at the
got
beginning.
it, yeah.
So we gave it to him because he was gonna pick the Chiefs anyways.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's tough. That really is tough.
Yeah.
But then when I win, and because
Yeah.
the Falcons
yeah,
pull the upset
Yeah.
of the week,
that'll be the difference.
Then
you guys don't think that there's any chance
No.
No, I don't.
that the Falcons beat the
It's like one of the more confident picks I've made.
Yeah.
we've been doing this for for 4 weeks now. And,
Yeah, like
and this
I'm
is-
as confident in that as I am with the Seahawks against the Dolphins. Like that's how
That's
confident
crazy.
Yeah.
I am. That,
Yeah.
That's how confident I am about
Really?
it. I think there's.
Yeah.
Am I the only one that thinks that the Falcons should be doing better? Like, am I the only one that thinks that on paper they're?
should- on
They
paper,
should be,
on
but
paper,
they've been absolute
but
ass, and
they-
until they prove
bad.
that
but they have to
are
win
not,
eventually, right? Like,
Eventually, but not this game.
Yeah,
the Packers do look good, and I did just say that they're probably going to the NFC Championship game.
That's also true.
you did.
You
But
keep contradicting it.
I'm
Yeah.
not contradicting myself because
I like
they can
Aaron Rodgers, but I'm predicting
they can
him
go to
lose
the
this
NFC
0-3
Championship game and lose to the Falcons one week. It's really like it's not that.
I mean, I guess.
I'm really getting torn apart this
Yeah.
week. Jesus.
Well, you come out with this Skip Bayless type
Yeah,
take.
absolutely.
Wow, that was the most offensive thing
You
I've
sound
ever
like
heard
Max
in my life.
Kellerman over here. You need to
Oh my
relax.
god. Let's talk about that because we don't talk about a lot of opinions much on the show. I mean, other than predictions. Let's get into it. Luke, you are it actually works in with your school project, I believe. You
Yeah, I have to write a
the
speech
coldest
on-
take you have ever heard in sports. What is it? And don't say the Falcons.
Josh's pick right there. That'll be the first
I
example
went
I talk about.
ahead with I think obviously Kawhi is good, but I went with Kawhi not Skip. Max Kellerman's take on Kawhi being a more clutch player than Kobe. And the
that was
sole
tough.
reason I went with that one is because Max Kellerman's reaction and his co-host reaction after is name those moments. Max Kellerman goes, "Well, no, that's not really." And like that
Yeah.
part for me really
Just
seals it.
deflected.
Not that Kawhi isn't a clutch player, but just the way Max Kellerman just couldn't fucking
Yeah,
think of
there's no-
anything kills it
I
for
saw,
me.
I saw a clip of one of Max Kellerman's takes. Fucking, I think someone asked him for a final shot. Would you rather take Steph Curry or Andre Iguodala? And
And he said,
and he
"Fate
said
of the universe."
with the utmost confidence. Said, "Fate of the universe on the line. I'm taking Andre Iguodala."
He's bad. He really. I don't know how he's on television. I
don't
I
know.
think Brady's Cliff.
Yeah,
That
he's-
was
in
his too.
2016. He was like, Tom Brady's gonna fall off a cliff. He's gonna be a bum in like a year or two.
Then he won all of the Super Bowls.
Yeah,
after
that was in
that.
2016. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
That's a really
The
really
another
bad take.
tough take was last night on Monday Night Football. Every single ESPN panelist picked the Ravens, except for
Oof.
or no, actually they all picked the Ravens.
I'll pick Ravens.
Yep, that's tough. Let's talk about a story that happened right before Sunday. We found out Joe Montana, absolute legend, stops a kidnapping in his own house. Did you guys see that?
Yeah. Was
Yeah, I
it?
did.
Was it his granddaughter or niece?
I think it was his
forget.
granddaughter. Some just random woman walked into their house, picked up the granddaughter, and started walking around. And Joe was like, "The fuck are you doing?
Like, what do you,
Like,
what do you mean?
I guess he tackled her to the ground.
I know.
Electric story to come out. I mean,
That's wild.
it's just once a year Joe Montana does something that makes headlines, and it's like this dude's the absolute fucking king. Like he's killing
Yeah,
retirement.
it's tough that woman just tried to steal his
Yeah, I
granddaughter
don't understand.
in his
Why?
own house.
Why do rich people leave their fucking doors open or unlocked?
I don't know.
So they
What-
can tackle.
Yeah,
So that they can
Dude
make
kidnapped.
headlines.
Yes, they want to be able to
Yeah.
make headlines.
Joe is. I'm not gonna say it. I respect Joe. I'm not gonna call him a headline chaser. But
I mean, I don't think that was
Joe Montana.
intentional
Had,
on
no,
his
no,
part.
no. I'm not saying that one is intentional, but it would make sense based off the fact that he does chase headlines a couple times.
Would be kind of wild if he set it up.
If he
That
set
would
it
be-
He just hired some random. Hey,
Yeah.
Can you
do
try to
wanna make
steal
a
my
quick $100?
granddaughter?
Just come to my house, pick up my granddaughter. I'm gonna tackle you. I'll go easy on you.
yeah. Yeah.
I just want the headlines.
$100 and a signed helmet, and I'd
Yeah.
fucking do it.
Yeah. Doesn't
Great
sound,
publicity
doesn't
for our
sound,
show,
it doesn't,
to be honest.
Doesn't sound outlandish to me, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Sounds like a possibility.
I love hearing stories of that. Mark Cuban, we're just going through other stories of that we've heard throughout
Yeah.
the week. Mark Cuban is setting up a
Former Mavs player.
to try to get his
almost-
life back on track.
I think he's in a rehab center now.
Oh, he did agree to go into a rehab
I
center.
think so.
I know he picked him up and got him into
Deontay something. I forget his last name.
West. Deontay West.
Deontay West, yeah.
This is the second time now that he has been found like this, you know what I mean? So like, it is a good thing that the Mavs are doing something, or
Yeah.
that Mark Cuban is doing something. I think it's important. Sad to see someone with that much, you know what I mean? Like, I get it, you get money fast when you're young and you want to experience everything.
Yeah, I remember, I think it was at some point, either earlier this year or last year, I forget who it was, but they said, like, a majority of players in the NBA are living, like, check to check.
Yeah. I mean, the big deal with the NBA is they're coming out so young, especially now with the G League, that they don't have to go to college, so they don't have to have those 4 years. At least in the NFL, I think you have to be 23, or you have to at least have, like, no, you don't, because people have been undrafted. I think you need, like, 3 years of some sort of experience before being drafted. But
For NFL?
yeah, I think that you can't. I don't think you can declare your sophomore year. I think it has to be your
I don't
junior
know.
or
I
senior
just-
year. You have
I
to
feel
declare.
Like it's a very uncommon thing, so I don't
Yeah,
really know the
but
exact
like with the
rule.
NBA, you can, especially with the G League, as well as the NBA is trying to push the G League to be competitive with the NCAA, which I don't
Yeah.
think will ever really happen. I think eventually it could be close, but I don't just unless they're able to market off their own type of March Madness.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll ever be, just because that alone will rake in all of the money the NCAA needs.
Big.
But I like the G League, and I think with that problem, though, is people are getting money so young. There's
Well,
people
yeah.
our age who are getting millions of dollars.
Yeah, you get $1 million check at age 19 or 20.
If I get $1 million
I get
check
a
right
fucking-
now, I mean, I'm an
Yeah.
impulsive fucking buyer.
Yeah.
You're going to tell me I can look at something that I can easily afford, and then I'm just not supposed to
Yeah.
buy it?
You telling me this
Absolutely
fucking
not.
Lambo is affordable under my new
I know.
under my new income? I'm
Yeah.
copping that
At-
and an extra one.
At 19, 20 years old, I mean, there's just no way. And I think that falls into drugs as well. You know, like, that time, especially, you're very impressionable. So I think that's going to be something that will happen more often as the G League gets bigger. We'll see, like, younger stars kind of fall kind of quickly. But I think what Mark Cuban's doing is obviously
Yeah, obviously
Phenomenal.
very very noble act.
it's a great shock. Love Mark Cuban.
Also, that boxing match between Pacquiao and McGregor that was talked about, I think that's been almost confirmed now. Pacquiao's team said that they're in talks, so it wasn't just some publicity thing.
Yeah.
It's actually real.
That'd
I
be
think
cool.
they're boxing somewhere in the Middle East, they said.
What?
That's what it said.
Why?
So boxing Pacquiao in the Middle East.
But none of them are, like,
I don't know.
where in the Middle East, though?
I don't know.
Because there's a lot of ground in the Middle East.
There is.
I don't.
Could be anywhere.
One of them's from
somewhere there.
Ireland. And
And
what?
Pacquiao, I want to say.
Don't
he's-
want to get this wrong.
Yeah.
You really don't want to get this
I don't
wrong.
know.
Look this one up.
I want to say he's Filipino, but don't quote me on that.
Ooh.
I feel like I've
you
heard
even
that he's.
saying it is.
I feel like I've heard that
How
he's
the
Filipino.
fuck? I'm just gonna put.
Pacquiao.
He
What
is
is it?
the Philippines.
Yeah.
There you
yeah,
go.
he was right.
Hey,
he was right.
let's
He was
go.
right.
See?
Yeah, calm down. Everybody relax. Everybody relax.
So yeah, that brings me back to why the fuck in the Middle East?
Because they can.
Unless they do it in Saudi Arabia, because that will make absolute fucking bank.
Well, then that's probably where they're doing it.
I mean, that, like, the WWE
it's
has started
probably-
going to the Saudi Arabia, I think, for the past 4 years, and I think half of their income comes from there.
Nice.
I mean, their fucking seats at their, I forgot exactly what it's called, but they go to the same place every year, and literally the first, like, 7 rows are just fucking sofas. Like, they are
That's wild.
very, very rich up there.
Nice.
I think like Saudi Arabia was found on a. I'm not gonna say some misinformation. You know,
Yeah,
I'm just
I'll
not
say
gonna
it.
say. I'm not
Whatever,
comes-
stay away
because
from
I
that.
know it was found on something valuable, but I'm not.
could be.
I'm not gonna go ahead
any
and guess.
natural
There's just-
resource that exists.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And then another mistake
They're
that I
wealthy.
made earlier in the show is I said that the 3 Titans players were the first NFL case since the season started. That is wrong. This week, before the game, Atlanta cornerback A.J. Terrell was placed on the
yeah,
COVID-19
Yeah, that's right. There was
reserve
one
list.
positive case.
Yep, and the game went on as scheduled. I mean, that was 1, not 3, but
Yeah.
and that was hours before game time, though, right?
Well, the test was the day before. I think they just announced it.
So I think there is a possibility that games start on time this week.
yeah, I don't
We'll
know
see.
because the tests
Yeah, I
were
mean,
after the last game, so you gotta
yeah.
like.
Yeah,
It really depends on how they contain it over the next few days.
I think-
the
think more-
contact tracing is going to be very important.
It's more because they've already suspended all in-person activities till at least Saturday.
They're
You're
jumping
gonna
on
say-
it very fast.
Do you think they're gonna be like, yeah, no, Titans, you get 1 day of actual in-person practice, and then you have to play?
You
a
think they
game?
give a fuck about that now, Luke? It's all about the money. They don't give
I
a
mean,
shit. I mean,
I guess, but as far I don't know, just trying to like, because you're gonna have to meet. This isn't gonna be the only time this happens.
no,
this
yeah,
season. It's
and
trying to
I think
mediate.
that's been discussed. I think every team has known, hey, there might be a week where we don't get to practice.
I mean,
like I think that's
would
something
not,
that has
I would
been
not mind it.
established.
Steelers facing.
I mean, the Steelers are going to
Green-
shit stomp the Titans if they don't get to
Yeah,
practice.
I think
There's just
Steelers
no
win anyway.
Yeah, but
I don't- I
the
would-
advantage
I'd prefer
is
to not
insane.
have a bye week this week.
This is one of those things where it's like you have to be held accountable, and you
Yeah.
have to go home after work, and you do these, don't go out, don't party, because now your entire team is looking at you like
Yeah.
we're gonna get fucking creamed 42-0 this week because we had zero practice.
Yeah, it's kind of like Cleveland Indians situation with Plesac and Clevenger. Part of the reason why Clevenger got traded to the Padres because they both kind of went out.
That
and
is,
Plesac got yelled at for it, but then
I mean, that kind of worked out for him, right? Getting traded to the Padres.
yeah, but like
Yeah.
Clevenger was kind of an asshole to his teammates.
Yeah,
he like
I mean-
he said to the media saying that like what Plesac did wasn't right, and then it came out the next day that he was with Plesac. So
threw him under the bus.
yeah,
Buff.
Buff.
Wow.
threw him under the bus. Yeah, threw him under the bus.
Wow.
And just his teammates were like, yeah, no, we're not. I can't remember what the dude's name was. Another player on the Indians. It was a veteran guy. Was like, yeah, no, I'm not. Like, I'm opting out of the season if they both come back.
That's
I mean,
fucking insane.
Clevenger got
Jeez.
traded, but Plesac came back.
That's
so.
insane.
Yeah,
I
he
think
was like,
that's-
yeah, no, I'm not.
How is that not a bigger story?
It was pretty big when it happened, and then it took a long time for them to trade Clevenger. It wasn't like a right away reaction.
And our last story that I have at least is the picture of the Giants, the gift that keeps on giving. I think it was taken before the NFC divisional playoff game. It was either a divisional or a wild card game.
It's been kind of
It's
deep.
been a long time. It's been. I mean, Odell was on the team, so I think it was
Yeah.
Odell's last year or second to
No.
last year.
I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
You know the picture we're talking about. They're all on the boat chilling, and there was a lot of said to be drugs
Yeah.
on the boat. It was a shit show of a picture. The Giants have gone 12-40 since that picture has come out.
So tough.
and-
So tough.
We look at this picture every year, and the more the number,
Yeah,
it just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah.
I think they won like 2 games the entire season after.
Mm,
I don't think they did good at all. Like the
Very
next season.
I'm not sure.
I mean, they couldn't have if they only have 12 wins now.
yeah. I think last year they went 2-14.
God, that's so bad. The Giants need to get it together. They
Yep.
have 2 Super Bowl champions in the past.
Yeah, it's been at least
Decade.
3 seasons. So 4 seasons ago, technically, would have been.
So yeah, that picture just keeps getting
3
fucking
seasons
better.
ago, yeah.
Any news, Noah? You want to get to, or did I
Um,
basically kind of cover it?
Kind of covered everything that we were going
Yeah,
to
I
talk
think we
about.
covered a lot. How about the UFC styled commercial for the presidential
Oh yeah,
debate?
we didn't get to talk about the sporting event that is the presidential debate.
What's going on right now?
They
As we're
are.
recording.
I don't even know. My girlfriend texted me and was like, she was like, it's almost like a convalescent home like argument.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what she was saying.
They're kind of just yelling at a cloud or something.
Yeah,
like just
it's
not even.
That's what I
Arguments are
figured it
just-
was going to be. I mean, she didn't say that, but the way that she was describing it to me, that's my take, is that it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the commercial for it. Let's get to the commercial. I think it might have been advertised better than fucking Mayweather versus McGregor, because the last picture is them looking at each other face to face like it's
Yeah,
like
it's crazy.
a legit The only thing missing was instead of like U.S. presidential debate, it should have been like UFC 140. Like, and it would have looked fucking perfect. It matched right up. I don't know. I'm not even going to talk about that. We will say, no matter who, if you're eligible to vote, do it. Don't care who you vote for. Use your right to vote.
Yes.
Agreed.
That is the most political you'll get out of us.
Yeah, we vote.
Yeah.
We're voters here.
Agreed.
Go register.
Agreed.
If
Yeah.
you're not registered, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What do you-
Go
what do you-
register.
I mean,
right now.
Be 18.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
yeah,
if you're
if you're eligible to register and you haven't already,
What are you doing?
you could do it online. It takes
yeah, you can.
2 minutes.
It takes 2
Yeah.
seconds to get
And
a
it's
thing
just-
in the
they
mail.
they mail it back to you like. we're
And
good
if
to go.
you're feeling pressured as to what side to choose, when you register, it doesn't really matter. You can choose an independent that is
Yeah.
highly an option. Just know you won't be able to vote. Anyway, too political.
Whatever. Yeah.
Vote. Make sure you
Just
exercise
vote.
your right, guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun this week. The Falcons are going to beat the Packers. We established
Bet.
this.
Yep.
Don't worry.
We'll see how this COVID stuff goes
and
on.
we'll have our midweek episode likely.
Oh, yeah.
on
We'll talk to
Friday.
you guys on Friday.
But,
and by then, the
Finals
Finals
will
would
have
have started,
started.
yep.
We would have seen the
Game 2 will
absolute
be
travesty
playing
of
on that
Bryce
night.
Ripon versus Sam Darnold. So
Oh yeah, the Thursday night football game.
a Bryce Ripon show.
Yeah.
can't believe that
Super
game's a
excited.
goddamn thing.
That's
Super
just-
excited. I don't know how the MLB the NFL doesn't flex the Eagles 49ers game with the Patriots Chiefs game. Like, I feel like the Patriots Chiefs should absolutely be at 8:30.
I mean, it should.
The
but
primetime
yeah,
game is
kinda.
Eagles Niners, and again, the Niners have nobody starting.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's gonna be a fun week.
Yeah,
We'll talk to you guys on
it'll be
Friday.
Yeah, it's been a good episode. It's our 7th now. We'll have our 8th out Friday night, Saturday morning. Yeah, got a exciting week coming up. MLB playoffs and NBA finals. Lots of good matchups this week for the NFL. So thank you guys for listening. This has been the JNL Sports Show. Have a good night or morning whenever you listen to this. Have a good day.